Just cash.
Finding a place and locking them in. WNBA is about to begin. Gotta trust the process if you wanna win, cause Just Cash is back. You better tell your friends when Angel Reese walks in a bar with Asia Wilson and Caitlin Clark. These bookies don't know where to start. We be killing them all, tearing them apart. They can't mess with us, they can't mess with you. And I'm never gonna cuss cause I love you too. Hit thumbs up if you want good luck. Girls thinking that we fresh so they wanna We be winning the bets and they be rolling up. By far we the best, you ain't good enough. Ain't a damn thing funny, man, you know what's up. You wanna win some money, it's time to lock in, bruh.
Lock in, lock in, lock in.
Lock in, bruh.
Lock in, lock in.
It's a flagrant foul. It's a hard
Lock in, bruh.
And here we got another.
What's good? What's good? Welcome
Hey.
back. It is Just Cash. Yes.
Guess what? We get to play this because we've won 10 straight. We get to play this.
Whoa. Oh man, it feels good. It
goats.
feels good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's good, y'all? We are here talking some WNBA action. Joined as always with Underrated. What's good?
Oh man, everything's good, bro. 4-0 last night, 6-0 the night before. People been here hitting the like button with us. We got up to 85. We almost got to 100 live viewers yesterday. We got the most likes we ever had. Man, how can it be bad? It's all good, man. And hopefully people been following the plays and winning with us too. I mean, can't complain. Up 20 units on the season now. Let's keep it moving.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It was a good night overall. You know, the only blemish that we would say per se is we ended up with a push on Lacan. So a bit unfortunate if you ended up taking the 4.5 line, but we were able to snipe up and get at least a push on that. So yeah, it is what it is. You know, playing the bumps sometimes are going to be like that, but that is why you definitely want to be a part of the Discord. We were able to get a couple pairs out with that. So still making some money nonetheless. But hey, if you were able to tail into the other plays, obviously those came through pretty sweat-free. I know Bridget got us a little worried there starting the game off. I think she was 2 of 3 from 3. And then the game played exactly how we thought it was going to be. Ended up being a blowout, and they didn't touch the fourth quarter. So still a good night. You know, can't be mad at that. Overall, though, making some profit. Live plays did pretty solid, too. And we're just going to keep it trucking. Today, we got a smaller slate. I believe today and tomorrow, just 2 games. But today, very small slate. You know, honestly, I'm thinking it's kind of a mid-slate overall, to be honest. But we'll take a look at it. We got some plays as well for everyone. If you guys haven't already, and if you made some money with us, make sure you hit that like button down below. We appreciate it as always. Love the support we're getting here. Hopefully you guys are making some money alongside with us. And if you're new, turn the sub button on. Make sure you turn the noties on and be a part of the Discord. Still running the 7-day free trial, so check it out. Come win some cash. All right. Let's talk about some plays we got for today. And looking at Alyssa Thomas, looks like we were way out ahead of the pack and caught some great value. She was at full payout everywhere. And I think Prizepicks now, funny enough, going to be our best option if you were not able to get it. So under 8.5 assists was going to be the look. ESPN bet, I know we talked about yesterday, they had her at 9.5. It looks like they did end up moving her down to 8.5. So if you got it in there, great value as well. But let's look at kind of what we've seen with Phoenix overall. 2-8, really riding the struggle bus right now. It's not something I think we expected preseason, and their total wins in the regular season is not reflecting that at all right now. So struggles continue for this team, and I think again, you know, it's something we've talked about at length is their offensive, just overall ability to score. I mean, on any given night, it's basically just Copper, then AT, then fill in any given player. There's not been a direct beneficiary thus far. Mac a little bit, and Nojic off the bench, but Bonner also kind of taking minutes, not really doing much. It's been a struggle for AT. We saw the team clicking really well at the beginning of the season, and then not so much after that. So for her, that production's really fallen off. The usage is still there, so we are playing that danger. But again, the conversion rate been really tough. Copper especially, she is shooting reasonable from the floor, but she's also getting the free throw line a ton. And Mac, same thing for her. Low volume player. It's been tough, in some of these prime matchups, your Toronto, your Sparks, those would have been the games to really expect her to shine. And even though she was able to put up one in this game against New York, that was mostly from Copper and conversions there. But it still just feels like a high line. I don't know why AT's lines have been really inflated all season. Even her rebounds, for that matter, finally got leveled out down to 7.5. And that's something also really taking a massive hit. I know we're pretty sold on the assist, but I'll be honest, I'm not even that mad at the RA either. I think that's a totally acceptable look. I mean, this is something we're just not getting there. And it's not from minutes. It's not from anything else other than just the outcomes, and especially the assist department right now. But the rebounds, very sketchy. I mean, they rebound mostly through Mac and then kind of by committee. And this matchup don't really have any crazy usage down low. I mean, you get Fam off the bench, but other than that, it's been tough for her. So struggles continue. I do like the assist, though. Not a great matchup. Seattle, even though they haven't been the best team or the most winningest team, they're playing really good defense. They are actually allowing the least assists right now in the league. And we haven't seen a lot of production. Basically, I think it was just Caitlin Clark. Yeah, Clark went for 10 assists, but I mean, you look at all these other players, and there's a lot of good ball handlers here. I mean, we got our Burtons, we got Clark in the mix, obviously, Citron, Sykes both times, and then even Paige. Paige was able to put up 7, but still, the game ended up being fairly close, and it's I think just a high line. She should be at 7.5, and maybe 7.5 is a little bit more dangerous, but I mean, looking at that, we're only talking about 60%. So I like it, man. I think this is a pretty solid look. If anything, AT gets a little bit more active, scoring wise, and again, just not really getting a lot of help from her team right now.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you look at the beginning of the season, 9-11. You're like, oh yeah, she can get there, right? But then, like you brought up first, Makani's back. Makani does a big deal. Makani is a big deal. She's been getting a lot of assists, a lot of potentials. Their last game looks like AT had 9 potentials. Makani had 8. Game before that, AT had a big game. Makani still had 10 potentials. That wasn't there. So she's only been here for 3 games. In the last 2 games, she's played even more minutes. So I think that'll continue. Seattle is not a good matchup. AT's high because her name's AT and people are still betting her overs. But if you really look into the data, it's going to be hard for her to get 9. And I know we didn't put it on the list, but 4.5 first half assists is on Underdog as well. That's some good value. And like you said, the RA, man, might be a look too. I don't know how high that was, but it's different than last year, right? They don't really have scores besides Copper, and they don't really have, or they have Mac now getting more of the rebounds that they didn't have last year. So RA could be a look too.
Yeah. I mean, I think she's just having to spend so much time on actually shooting the ball this season right now. And I mean, she's playing really good defense, but she's also still coughing up the ball quite a bit. So it's balancing itself out just a little bit because, those transitions are going to take a lot of wind out of your sail and you're going to get tired much sooner than later. So, and that's also another thing that I kind of want to point out too is, she burned us on this last time, but her fourth quarter production is kind of taking a hit because she's just so gassed, man. I mean, you look at last game, I know we took a sprinkle of her 3.5 points, but bro, she shot the ball like 2 times. And I mean, you look at her in that quarter and she was just absolutely gassed out. I mean, she had nothing left and running up and down the court. Thankfully, she didn't get fouled, so she didn't have her typical, icing free throws, but the, game flow for them has just not been in their favor, and maybe that could be a little bit different here with them being up. She could get some of those icing free throws, but Yeah, slow on the other side too. I mean, Seattle's not playing at a fast pace or anything, and I think the game total kind of reflects that too. See a 160.5 total there.
Yeah, man. It's just AT isn't being asked to do as much as last year, so and they don't have anybody to do anything after she can pass the ball. So I mean, 8.5's high. Good matchup. Let's do it.
Yeah, and I like the first half one too. Honestly, I did put it on the list here. I mean, it does make sense.
Oh, you did?
Again, yeah.
Okay.
Now given, so what I was also talking about earlier is us being the first to this. So we locked in that full value. If you look everywhere, by and large, I mean, she's, minus 130, minus 125, what have you. I think Underdog also moved her down to a 0.88. So this was plus money yesterday. We were talking about it on stream. So hopefully you guys beat them to the punch, got that good value in. If you do want to play it now, it's still up there. Just a little less money. Just a wee bit.
Looks like Dabble and Prizepicks got her all the way down to 8 flat now too.
Oh, did Prizepicks move it finally?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I know we were talking about the combo. Oh, so they did bump it back down. Wow. That was a very, very weird line movement. This was at 12, went to 12.5, and then I guess they finally moved AT down, so they take that back down. Okay, cool. Well, we're getting some real good value there. I like the fact that we were out in front of that.
I mean, and look at that, man. If you look at 8 for the full game, you go over to Underdog, 4.5 for her first half. She needs 5 to beat you. I mean, that kind of, you add 5 on 5, that's 10. That's pretty good value there. You never know in the first half, a couple things could go wrong for you, but at the same time, for her to get 5 assists in this matchup in the first half with McConney in there, sounds pretty difficult. I like it.
Yeah. And just to kind of highlight some of the action that we're getting from the surrounding players, looking at who's this McConney, for example. I mean, at best, again, I think also has been kind of a crutch for the team is, it's a good and a bad thing. They're getting to the free throw line a lot. I mean, you look at McConney, last game she had 8 free throws. The first game back, she had 4. Not Alyssa Thomas, but Brochant as well. I mean, a player, she's kind of their 3-point threat, but not really that good. I know she's being thrust into a starter role right now with Bonner going back to the bench, but subpar to say the least. I mean, another 7, maybe 8 field goal attempts at best from her. Bonner, same thing. Nojic, I mean, they're just not even playing her any minutes now. So Alyssa Thomas, though, I mean, you look at her field goal attempts, this is something that I think we're going to have to see a lot more out of her. 2 out of the last 3 games, 9 attempts and 6 attempts is pretty pitiful. But New York matchup, very difficult, no surprise there. And then the Minnesota game just ended up being an absolute bloodbath. So they checked them all out early, and she didn't really do much. They're just needing a lot out of her right now, man, and it shows. If they continue to win games, I think a lot of it is going to be off the back of her having a 15+ performance. But the assists, that might just not be it for her right now, while the team's trying to struggle to find offense.
Exactly. I still don't understand that first half 4.5. I'm gonna make sure it's here. I'm gonna play it some more.
Yeah, that one looks even better, especially with the line moving now.
Yep.
She probably won't be 7.5 assists. I mean, maybe you get lucky and find it somewhere right before logs. But yeah, I mean, assuming she gets 5 here, that's baked in price for 10, basically being the full game. So a 9.5 line. I'll take my chances.
Right. Yeah, it's still sitting there. Let me go get my other phone and put it in. Okay, so we got those. As you're taking a drink, let me shout out a couple people. Karen Letang, let's go! Been trying some baseball home runs, been getting cooked. Play some NBA parlays. Now, I need me some WNBA money. Well, you came to the right place, sir. And yeah, those baseball home run plays been getting cooked, man. You might try to switch those up. I've been doing some under home run parlays. Those have not been getting cooked. I've been cooking them. Jump in the Discord. I might show you guys a couple nice little things about those under home run parlays. Oh boy, 11-0 on those. You saw that, right?
I did. That was quite a nice find. That might have to be a little secret sauce in the Discord. So again, make sure you guys check it out. No commitment whatsoever. You can come free roll for 7 days, no problem. If you like it here, want to make it your home temporarily or for a long time, we got you covered. We got week long, we got month long, we got season long and lifelong for you diehards out there. So make sure you check it out. Stop by and come say what's up. Win a little bit of money.
Dude. Yeah, dude. And 25 likes has been our good luck, and we're at 23 already. So, I mean, you guys are killing it. I really appreciate you guys watching, helping getting our channel out there. It's been helping a lot. If you don't know what the hype button is, hit the hype button for us, too. That really helps. That's like a triple like button. So right when you hit the like, a hype thing will come up on your phone. You should be able to hit that for us, too. That would be amazing. And C-Dot says, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Discord, LFG, Underrated, and E-Just Cash. And we just got to our 25 good luck likes already. You guys are awesome. And C-Dot, let me say, you put this in, and I appreciate this comment every single day. Throw in, hit the hype button, too. Why not? We got it. It's a 2026. We hit the hype button.
That's right. Yeah. I forget that's a thing now.
It's a big deal. You know how they do it? Yeah. Do you know how they do it? No, honestly, you're only allowed to do 3 hype up 3 videos a week. I think is what it is. Or it's either 3 a day or 3 a week. I think it's 3 a week.
Oh, okay.
So you can really help a channel out if you hit the hype button. No BS, man.
Hype it up. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna make that money.
Yeah. The Gale says the heat check will come, but not today. Kev Thomas says he's in here. What's up, bro? He loves Olivia Magic Miles. He says over her first quarter points today. Okay. And Karen Letang says, are we doing today's games? Yes, sir, we are. And I'll let you take the floor again, and I'll get back to the questions in a minute. What about Big Kiki?
Yeah, so we're going to go back to the well one more time. Underdog was offering pretty good odds yesterday for her 3.5 boards. Now, I will say I don't think there is much of a difference between the 3.5 and the 4.5 line. I mean, she's been clearing both or none. First 3 games, she wasn't a starter, but moving into as a starter, we saw the minutes really pick up. Now, Julie was back this last game, and she, I will say only played 28 minutes, but the game was quite a blowout, so they didn't really need her out there. So I am curious to see how coach is going to play this, because they had pretty high hopes for Julie being as a starter for the team and being able to be that point guard. But there's been a clear case for Kiki. She's offering a ton of just upside overall. The scoring's looked really solid for her, double digit in every single. But she's been a solid player for them, crashing the glass a lot for them, also being a secondary playmaker. The assists could be a little bit better, but we did see flashes of really good upside from her in that Chicago matchup. So I think pretty safe to say somewhere between 2 and 4 assists, likely an outcome for her. But her being a solid piece on this team, I think was a great draft pick for them, and something that, coach might just have to continue to lean into. So let's say the game is reasonably close. She's going to be looking at somewhere in the range of 30 to all the way upwards of 34 minutes. But it is New York. New York's at home. Now, keep in mind, these are also Commissioner Cup games, so a little bit more importance there. Don't want to knock the underdog teams, but still, this is New York. They're going to be having everybody except Sabrina back today. And being at home, they are a little bit more dangerous. So let's say maybe even just 28 minutes, again, being our range. Her as a starter looked really, really clean. Every game so far, all the way up back until that first start that she's had somewhere in the range of 25 to 30+% rebound rating. And New York, we know they like to shoot quite a few threes. Johannes is going to be out there doing her thing, and their typical trio that they have shooting from the arc. I think this is another game where they're going to need her size out there. Julie doesn't really match up too well. And also with Johannes, we talked about with her minutes being reduced this last game, we really saw. So fair argument, I think Kiki should be out there for closer to 30 minutes for this particular matchup, and just being able to do her thing. Not being in foul trouble hasn't been really a concern for us at all this season, and I don't expect that to be a thing here either. But I like it. I think this is a favorable line. 3.5 was a great look early. Payout did get dinged down a little bit, but the 4.5 line also, I'm not mad at that either.
All right, man. We're gonna roll with this one again. She's been hitting it, and every 3.5 alt rebound one you've done so far has been pretty dang easy. No jinx, but let's do it again.
No jinx. Yeah. So either or. We like to pick the low hanging fruit, and Kiki's been real good to us. So why not one more time?
Yes, sir. I'm with it. Now, what you
All
doing?
right.
You dare not go under Ryan Howard threes after
Gotta
those
do it.
8 threes yesterday. 8 threes she had. You're gonna go under.
Gotta do it, man. It's been one of our golden rules in the last 4 or 5 years we've been doing this. Anytime somebody is at 3.5, I don't care who they are. Most of the time, I don't care what the matchup is, but especially against the number one matchup, I mean, we got to take the 3.5 under. I mean, this is crazy. I know she's been red hot the last couple of games. Last game, especially coming off of 8, could be a potential season high for us. I mean, let's go back to last season. We had 2 games with 9 and then a pretty high drop off being 6 being the next one after that. So I think front runner potential for season high, but look at a lot of the games last season. There was a lot of drop off from there. I think this line should be at 2.5. I get it. She's been playing really well, but even look at the 2.5. I mean, we're talking the same hit rating here for the most part. I don't see any reason why it should be up to a 3.5, but 3.5 line is just way too high. Indiana, albeit their defense has been a little suspect interior wise, their wing presence has been outstanding. I mean, they haven't allowed anybody. I think Arike was the most we had this season. Arike and Heidemann had 3, but everybody else flying way, way lower than that. And honestly, I think we see Ryan thrive a little bit more in mid-range action, where Indiana is really giving it up right now is in the paint and from the free throw line. They've been one of the worst paint presence all season. You can see they're giving up the 3rd most, just behind Dallas and Toronto. But free throws as well, something they just continue to struggle with all season. And honestly, I feel like every year that we've covered Indiana, that's been a running theme of them, is they just foul a lot. 3rd most free throw attempts per game right now. So for Howard, coming off of possible season high, we know how these players are. Jordan one game, goes the next game. It happens all the time. But I think also, again, the matchup being the worst matchup, we just got to do it, man. We got to do it. She should be a 2.5.
Yep. Got to do it, man. 3.5. This is WNBA here. And yes, Ryan Howard probably is, if not the best 3-point shooter, one of the best. So it is a little scary, but Indiana's the perfect matchup to get her when she's hot. And most people probably aren't looking at that. So bookies think they can slide that 3.5 in slyly. And then people look at the last 5 and go, okay, yeah, sure. She's hot. She had 8. She'll get over 3.5 for sure. Yeah, boom, and it's over. That's as far as they go. So we are going to trust the process, take the under, and pray, basically.
Yeah, man. I mean, hey, let's be honest. It is still Ryan Howard at the end of the day. And if she goes over, it is what it is. But I stand by it. I would play this play 10 out of 10 times every single time and live with the results.
Can you do me a favor and click to 25 and see what her hit rate was for 3.5 last year?
Yeah, it's 58%.
Oh, wow, she really went hard like that last year. Okay.
Yeah. But
all right,
they have a lot of other things going on for them that I think boast really, really well for this matchup. Alicia Gray. Well, let's talk about Angel Reese for one.
Mm-hmm.
This is a great matchup for Reese, assuming not getting into any kind of foul trouble down low with Boston. Great spot for her. She should be able to have her way with her down low. Ton of offensive rebound potential. But same thing said for Canada and for Alicia Clark. We've seen both of them being able to get to that mid-range. Alicia Clark a little bit more able to get to the free throw line. But Canada still being really capable of getting to the basket and hitting those cutting layups. So I think there's too many other positives around Ryan Howard right now for her to just be continuously firing away like that. Because last game, I mean, let's be honest, Atlanta kind of looked like shit out there. Connecticut was really giving them the business for a while, and they were trailing for most of the first half. And I know the end of the game doesn't really reflect what it looked like, but they were struggling in their first half, and it was bad. And with or without Angel Reese or Naz Hillman, I know they were in foul trouble, but still, overall, their defense not showing up to play and a little bit of struggle there. So I don't expect them nearly to be playing quite as from behind, but still going to be a tougher spot. They're going to press her on the wings and try and force it inside the paint as they have been.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun game for sure. Cool. I'm liking it. Got to trust the process. 3.5. We got to go under. I did not realize she was 58%, but good thing we're in the tough matchups here, and they'll probably feed it down low, like you said, because Indiana's not very good at stopping that. So we got that on our side. So let's ride.
Yeah. I like it. I think the matchup's just too good, and with how well they played, I know maybe some suspect teams that Indiana's played thus far, but still, they've looked good.
All right, let's do it.
Alrighty, well, let's keep it going. Next up, we got Courtney Williams. We're looking at her under 4.5 assists. You can get this on Flip Sleeper. I think it was on one other betting site, but there is juice on the over 3.5 and then under 4.5. So we're going to jump on this 4.5 while it is available. And taking a look at her, if you had that in front of you, what were our potential assists looking like in the last couple games?
We have last game, she only had 6. And then the game before that, she had 7. Game before that, she actually had 10. 7, 7, 7, 6, 7, 10 in the first game of the year when the rookie was there, Olivia. But now we know Olivia's handling the ball more than she was in that first game. So with Olivia handling the ball a lot here, 6, 7 assists most of the time, and now she needs 5. I'm sorry, 6, 7 potential assists, and now she needs 5 of them to convert. I don't know, man. Looks a little high to me.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that was pretty fortunate for her to get those. You talked about the 7 here. She had 5 of 7 and 7 of 10. Very, very high conversion rating there. A little weird, too, because it is Atlanta, and she popped off in both of those particular matchups. But for this one, I mean, we are talking about Golden State here. They're going to pressure. They're going to put all kinds of pressure on her. Good chance, I would have to say, Burton probably picking her up, and then we'll see Gabby picking up Olivia. But they might flip that. It could be Gabby on Courtney and vice versa. But either way, one or the other is going to be picking her up. And I think for Courtney in this matchup, they're really going to need that 3-point and mid-range action. That mid-range, especially on the high key, has been something clutch for her. They're leaning a lot more into her field goal volume, just being overall higher. And, you talked about Olivia being a playmaker, but also Nate Howard, shout out to her. She almost got us last game. Thank God it ended up being a blowout, but her assists have been real consistent so far this season. And I think there's a good case to be made, even McBride for that matter. She's been, handing the cookie jar, getting a couple assists every game. Yeah. So, They spread the ball out quite a bit, and for her, I think for Courtney, she's really solidified as the shooting guard. Secondary playmaker still, yes, but Courtney also kind of, getting to run for her money on the minutes. We're seeing a little bit of, especially in the blowout games, the wear and tear. Coach is not playing her over 30 minutes. But you look at Miles, and I know we had a question about her, so we can kind of take a peek at that. Miles has been playing solid 30 minutes every single night. I mean, coach just leaves her out there, let her get a run. This last game was the biggest blowout they had this season so far, so only 28 minutes, no surprise there. But in the other games, this was a easy blowout. Coach left her out there in garbage time, let her play a little bit in the fourth quarter. So good for development, long-term, all that good stuff. And I think for her, again, continue to develop her as a playmaker. They just need to focus on that. But for Courtney, this is a high line. She should be at 3.5. Not much of a difference from the 3.5 to the 4.5, but we are going to take the 4.5 while we're getting these decent odds.
Check this out too, E. This is a crazy look here. So look, here's my screen, right? So you can see her. See on the bottom middle here where it says player. That shows where she gets her assist from. So this is Props Madness if you guys never seen it. But look how you see the green section down there. That's where she's getting most of her assists, right? What does it say? 68% of her assists are coming from right there. Then you can flip it over to where the defense, which is Golden State, right? Look at where their best spot is for defense. It matches perfectly, right? So then we'll look here, back again. Mid-range, she's not very good at. Golden State, that's where they give it up, right? In the corners,
that's where Courtney shoots.
There you go. And then in the corners, that's where she doesn't assist, and that's where they give it up. So it matches up. This one matches up perfectly. So if she gets 5 assists, hey, good luck for her, but I'm just saying, it matches up perfect.
Yeah. I like it. I think it's a sharp play, and with McBride also continue just to struggle offensively, it's really just been Miles and Howard. I like it. I think it's a solid line for us. She should be 3.5, and we're going to play it.
Yes, sir. I mean, it's Golden State. Got to do it.
Gotta do it.
Yeah. That's how all these are. That's why they've been, I think we've had such good ratio of hitting, because all these plays, I mean, they feel really good, right? Like, they shouldn't be where they're at. These bookies are putting them too high for us here. So people don't want to look at the unders. We will slide on in and do it for them. And here we go. So I'm glad everyone's here. If they can ride with the unders with us, collect some money. Let's go.
Absolutely. Let's keep going. Talk about the other side, Golden State. We're going with Gabby's under 3.5 assists. We were obviously playing her 8.5 RA, stayed way under both. And her assists, I know we talked about quite a bit the last stream, and that's something I think continues to just, this is not her season to be doing that. Mm-mm. She is a distant third playmaker right now, and just really bringing the heat offensively. I know this last game ended up being a blowout, so she did not play her minutes and tapered off in the second half, what have you. But the minutes also being another point of contention. I think this is something they are going to try and really, really limit her in the beginning of the season, not have a lot of wear and tear like we saw from Seattle last year. Not playing 30 minutes, though. I have yet to see it. And yes, maybe that was just because it was a blowout. But even the game before that, only 26 minutes. So we'll see if this game stays close. She could definitely play upwards. And, with it being the tournament as well, that could be some more incentive. But, the playmaking department has not been you. Also, the rebounding, that was something that was way too high this last game. I don't know if I want to mess with it necessarily for this particular matchup, but I think the assist is totally fine. Minnesota's been good. I mean, they're allowing the 5th least in the league right now. Everything's looking good to go, so we're going to play it.
Yes, sir. So the matchups I showed you with Courtney last time, where the spots in the defense where they're good at it and where she wasn't good, etc. This one doesn't line up perfectly, but it's just because it's 3.5 and she has not got there. So, and Minnesota's been really good. So that being said, just got to play the under 3.5 again. Doesn't feel as good as some of the ones we had before, but still, man, it's still too high for her. If you look at the beginning of the year when she had that 4 and that 3, that was the beginning when I think they were kind of figuring out their offense, because she had 10 potentials, 8 potentials. Then as you go, it goes like crazy. 6, 3, 5, 3, like it's crazy. Those are power forward numbers. Those are, those aren't Gabby normal things. That's like the AT assist number too. It's too high because it's AT. I think Gabby's just too high because it's Gabby, and people just look at her and think she's going to get assists because that's what she's used to doing. But not this year. They got Burton for that. They have Gabby shooting now. So I think the bookies haven't caught up yet. So if they're going to give us 3.5 again, thank you.
Yeah, why not try it one more time? And also that first game of the season, I believe Hayes was out and they were missing a couple other players too.
Ooh, yes, I forgot about that. Hayes is a huge part of that beginning. Hayes had 4 assists last game.
I saw that, and she played some decent minutes too.
Yeah, so like, come on, Minnesota too. Yeah, she could get lucky when you're doing anything at a 3.5. That means 2 lucky plays, 2 normal plays, you lose. But the chances on our side with that. So, got to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think there's also a couple other positive things that should boast pretty well for us. One being also, so if Burton's out, obviously throw this out the window. We're definitely not touching her under assist. But I think with Burton maybe still kind of dealing with that quad injury, she's going to be a little bit more passive. Like this last game, she was not trying to take any field goal attempts. We also talked about her first half line too. Hopefully you guys got that in, that 7.5 points. It was, it was 7 points on Prizepicks, but not even close to that. She shot a couple free throws and that was it. I think with that, she's playing through it. She's probably going to nurse that for a little bit, but she's strictly just trying to pass and set the offense. She's not trying to bang around inside the paint, get to the free throw line and all that. But you look at who all is taking the most attempts on the team right now, and it's been Gabby. And shout out to Big Salon. I know she put us in our place that other night, Sunday or Saturday, maybe it's Sunday, whatever, over the weekend when we took her unders. She's been playing some really good basketball and scoring a lot off the bench right now for them. So between her and Gabby, those are the two primary shooters for the team right now. You look at the other starting players and, we're not talking about Xana Lassini. That's a low volume person. Thornton snapped off this last game, but for her, it's been kind of suspect. So really from the starters, you're only looking at Gabby and then Burton, Thornton kind of neck and neck for who's going to show up next. And then once they make the first subs, it's just Gabby and Salon, and they run a lot of the offense just shooting wise through the two of them. So it's another case of, I think this is kind of tough on conversions. Golden State's just doing really well playing defense and causing a lot of turnovers, but the supporting cast not really taking a lot of attempts, and I think a lot of that usage just falling on Gabby to be the main shooter, not really passing the ball right now.
Which no one ever said until this year. Very interesting. But yeah, I feel you. I was watching Burton last game too. She was not trying to score. So all that is working in our favor. Yeah, she was not. And she's super aggressive too, and she just couldn't be. So I like it. Makes sense.
Plus, it's cool too. There is a little bit of risk with the 3-point shooting, just with Golden State that they do overall, but they also get to the free throw line a lot. Burton, Gabby, even Salon from time to time. The other supporting players, they get a fair amount of free throws, so it does cut into a little bit of that. Burton's just doing too much, though. I think it's a fine look. This is one of those we'll just keep riding until the wheels fall off. We played Gabby under how many times already? Like 4 times?
Yeah, similar to Atkins and Copper. They just keep putting them too high. And the cool thing is, if you think about it, those are players with pretty big names, and they seem like players that would get assists. So I think they're just catching people off guard with that. And so they just keep them higher. And having this potential assist this season has been a huge advantage for us. Because it's not that bookies don't know. You can tell they know, but you can tell why they're doing what they're doing a lot of times by seeing the potentials. And then you see why they have lines too high sometimes. They catch other people, but we're catching them on the way. So other people lose, we win. Sorry, other people. What you gonna do? It's the only way you can win. Other people lose. So, hey, whoever's better is better. I hate all the bookies. I want them all to lose, but we wouldn't have bets here if the bookies were losing.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So,
okay. Well, let's take a couple questions. I do have three maybe plays on the radar for us as well. And then we'll probably be right at the top of the hour, so we'll cut out of here. What time does the game start today? Is it a late lock?
4:30.
Okay.
7:30 for you? Okay. Yep.
Early and late.
Yeah, man. All right, well, bro, get to you guys' questions. Let's see what we got here. I love this part. Let's see. We have, all right, so Kevin said Olivia Miles over her first quarter points. I don't think you talked about that yet. What about our first quarter?
No, not yet. I think it is a totally fine look. She's been averaging somewhere in the range of 4.5 field goal attempts in the first quarter. Minutes look pretty good. Only that one blemish against Phoenix, but for the most part, averaging about 8 minutes. I would say if she's playing really well, somewhere likely 9 to the full 10 minutes, but matchup is a little bit tougher. This will be one of the first other real defenses she's actually going to see as far as like wing defense. It is a low line though. That is a really low line. Only 2 buckets. I don't mind that.
Yeah, because she's going to go to the hole. I feel you. It's Golden State, right? Woo, scary.
I wish I knew which of Gabby or Burton they're going to put on her. and I don't know. But either or is going to be a tougher defender. So this would be a true test for Miles. I'm curious. I'm really curious to see how she plays this, because the free throws also might be a little bit harder to come by. Golden State not really fouling a whole lot as a team either.
All right. Tori says, what about Fam under 9.5 points? I know you're talking about Fam. You were liking her minutes earlier, I think. I forget exactly what we were talking about, though. Did you like her rebounds?
Yes.
Or did you like her points?
So let's talk about Fam. So she was also one of the mid-tier options that I was looking at for a couple of different things.
Okay.
Now, let's look at last game real fast and then kind of compare what she's been doing. 31 minutes is crazy. We talked about her. I know we had a few questions, I believe, about her under points again, which I think is a totally fair look. She did have 10 field goal attempts in the last 2 games now, so keep that in your head. But much tougher matchup. AT is absolutely going to be picking her up on defense as much as possible. So we do get the potential for foul trouble. We get our potential for blowout, which I don't know if that is better or worse for Fam here. She played 31 minutes last game, but it also was a blowout. So did that help? Did that hurt? Was she trending towards playing 30 minutes to start? So we did see the minutes, they are starting to creep up. And again, with Malanga being out for this matchup, are we looking at 30 minutes, or does coach kind of chill out, maybe play 25, 26 minutes? I do like the scoring downsides. I think this is going to be a tougher matchup. Again, AT going to give her hell as much time as she's going to see on the court. But her volume is coming up a little bit. Let's keep that in mind too. Her volume is coming up a little bit, being 10 field goal attempts in the last 2 games now. I don't mind it though. I think very tough spot for her. They're going to have to defer a little bit more towards the wing shooting. Best way to beat Phoenix is from the 3-point line. We're looking at Jade, Heidemann, X, Y, and Z out there. So I don't mind it. I'd be a little bit maybe hesitant if she got ruled as a starter, because we could see that, and that'll likely happen sometime in the near future. But is this the game? I don't know.
Yeah, man. AT's you put me on that one. AT's defense and how he went under Stewie the other day. She did not let Stewie do anything. So I don't know. That down low defense for Phoenix in general is what I mean. Like, that's going to be a tough matchup. So who knows? Especially if she starts. That'd be crazy. That'd be real scary then.
Yeah, that would make it a little bit scarier in that aspect. Well, one other play or one other look for her real quick before we talk about another comment. Her rebounds are at 4.5 on a couple of different sites. I know you can at least get it on Prizepicks for the fantasy site options. This one is interesting. Phoenix is giving up a lot of rebounds right now. Specifically, they're giving up a ton of defensive rebounds. We know, especially between AT and Mac, and a lot of Copper too, because she likes to get to the basket. The rebound options will be there. They are giving it up right now, and 4.5 for somebody who maybe plays 30 minutes is pretty low. She's a big girl.
Can you up that one?
I don't think Underdog gave us anything really good to work with.
6, 7.
Yeah, they went all the way down to 3.5. So that one's kind of tough.
But that's somewhere.
Let's see real fast. So I know 365 has her at minus 150 for
what I see?
4.5.
Oh yeah, right there then. minus 150.
Yeah.
That sounds like
that one is.
That sounds pretty. Yeah, that sounds pretty dang good, to be honest. If she starts, man, I don't see how she won't get that.
Just out of curiosity, what Prizepicks had? Ooh, so Prizepicks kind of has the best option here. The 4.5, they have it for a 2.7.
Yeah, for the fantasy sites, but that minus 150 is that's nice. BetOnline has minus 189, Bovada has minus 185, DraftKings has 186. So that minus 150 is real good.
Okay, a little good find there.
Yeah,
but she's interesting. She's really interesting. I would have a lot more interest in this if she got ruled as a starter.
Yes, that's what I was about to say, bro. That might be listed worthy if she's a starter type play. To be ready. watch for that news, and right when that news drops, put that play in. What do you think? I mean, to me, that sounds pretty good.
I mean, I like it, dude.
And it's an over.
I'm not gonna
It's an over.
It is an over. It is an over.
But it's a low rebound over, and those ones seem to be like the hit percentage of those seem to be crazy. You know, like 3.5 rebounds, 4.5 rebounds for a big like that who's going to start and get minutes. They just have to be on the court to get that usually. So I do like those.
And it's also kind of hard to gauge because we saw a few really difficult matchups. I mean, we know Dallas does not give up rebounds, and that's kind of been an Achilles heel of the opposing centers this season. So for her to get 7 in that matchup, and then against Washington in still lower minutes, I mean, she had 5 rebounds in that game, 4 fouls in both of them. So her minutes were kept in check a little bit more so there, but still, we haven't seen her in an actual like good spot yet where she could thrive in a rebound situation. And you know, this line might be, you know, something that we're looking at and laughing in a week or so, where they're like, you know, they had her at 4.5, she's 8.5, 9.5 now.
Bro, how tall is she?
She's 6'4".
And then who else do they have to get rebounds with Malonga out?
Big Dawson, baby.
That's
and
what I'm saying. That's all we got. Like 4.5, bro. 4.5, man. Have to talk you into
It's
that
tempting.
one. Yes, I think we can write that down if she starts type play for sure. Because I would not feel bad about that if she starts. Anyways, let's move on. I digress. Guess what? We're at over 50 likes.
Woo! Oh my goodness, that hopped up. You guys taking me back here. Thank you. Seriously, love and appreciate the support as always, man. This is what we enjoy doing. We're just trying to, you know, share our thoughts with everyone, win some money. This isn't like the DFS days of the old where we're all against each other. It's just us versus the books. That's it.
That's what makes it so fun. We're all on the same team. Josh Clemente, I remember that name. What's going on, man? He says, good afternoon. Sabali. Let me think. Sabali sisters, both under points, parlay. Now, I don't know if he means both of them together as a combo. I don't know if that's on the board or not. Or if he means just them under points, period, in a 2-pick parlay.
Probably in the 2-pick parlay. And it's funny, see, and this is why I love our community here, is because we had back-to-back plays that were on the mid-tier maybes for me. And
nice.
Sabali being another one of them. Yeah, so a couple things kind of digest here. One of them, a little revenge matchup going against your former team, longtime New York player, backup for JJ, going up against JJ now. And New York is not messing around inside the paint. They have looked unbelievable with Fibic being back, and I am curious to see if, you know, is this going to be a game where Sabali is going to start or come off the bench again? Because last game off the bench, I mean, that was an easy read, take any kind of unders for her. But maybe a small chance she could start here. I'm on the fence about that, you know, talking game theory, because this is a matchup they could totally get away with just playing a smaller guard set. You know, Fibic and Asir make a lot more sense here, being able to pick up the wing players on the other side. Not really looking at too many threats, you know, outside of Mabry and Sykes herself. Sabali is going to be there, but this is a very tough matchup. I mean, New York giving up a little bit of rebounding here and there, but still pretty tight in that regard. Defense, though, I mean, they've been really holding it down the last couple of games now. So I think that's a totally fine look. I was personally looking at her PR under 14.5. I do like the 9.5 points. If you can find that specifically, 8.5, kind of pushing it there. That's walking a little bit more of a tightrope. You're banking on no free throws, no icing. But I still like it. I still think there's a lot of downside here. And another thing for her is just the minutes. She's not playing over 30 minutes. We have yet to see it so far this season. And this matchup is not going to be any easier in that regard. I think that one's fine. That one is totally fine. Satu really just, does she start? Does she come off the bench? If she comes off the bench, maybe playing 20, 25 minutes at max, but we'll see. Coach is kind of handling her a lot more different than she did Sabrina for that first game. So I don't know. Satu, I will say, looked extremely winded this last game. just even that first stint she was out there, I mean, she was so out of breath and, red in the face. So she's working back from something, and I think that is going to take a little bit time to ramp up. But if she starts, I maybe fade it or have a little bit of skepticism. If she comes off the bench, I think it's fine.
Okay. C-Dot says parlay play and UD have AT at 8.5 assists. So cool. We're still on that. Red says are the games for today. Hey, yo, Siri says E-Money the GOAT. Underrated the GOAT. Walking goats. He says walking goats. All right. We'll play this sound for the walking goats.
Walking
all right. Stefan says, hold on, are these the plays? I'm confused. So let's explain to him what we're doing here with the playlist and stuff.
Yeah, so for today specifically, a little bit lighter on the overall plays. Not in love with the slate, to be honest. But we're looking at two different plays for Alyssa Thomas and then Kiki Rice, two different options for her. Alyssa, we're just on the under assist today, both first half and the full game. The full game you should be able to get the 8.5 pretty much everywhere, and then the first half is on underdog specifically. Now, Kiki, her 3.5 rebounds, we did. We also had these up yesterday too, so bear that in mind if you guys are new here. This was up yesterday, so there's a little bit of value that's changed from the last night till now. But Kiki, we did lock in the 3.5 rebounds at the 0.7. I still like the 4.5 rebounds. I think that's a totally fine play that should be available pretty well everywhere. But yeah, so those are specifically the plays for tonight. We will have live plays and everything also, again, in the Discord. Make sure you guys check that out. But pregame stuff, not really too much going on. Honestly, I think this New York game could be a bloodbath, and Seattle has played great defense, terrible offense. Phoenix playing terrible offense, decent defense. It's just one of these slates. I don't think we should really try and force a whole lot of action here tonight. We got a lot of low lines too that I don't know if I really want to be sweating that out all night. But some stuff could pop up. We could get a couple injury news, breaking our way and pick up some stuff along the way too.
Yes, sir. He also said, so you pick Kiki Rice over. So yeah, so you see the green for the prop part there. So it's 3.5 rebounds in green. That'll be the overs. And then we write under in all the other cases when they're the under. There we go.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Hopefully that helps.
Unders will always be listed as such and in red, and any kind of overs will be in green, or not saying the over, but yeah. I guess we could put over, but usually it's kind of understood that's just over.
Yeah, because that's how most people do it. But cool. Josh Clemente says the hype button is fire. And I was looking as you were talking there for a second, and yeah, it's true. Hype button, you get to push the hype button 3 times a week. So it's super important. If you guys could give us a hype button, man, we'd be hyped out. We'd get 100 people in here. Red says he has picks for games that aren't on a schedule. Okay, that's what I'm wondering, because he was saying we have plays from tomorrow as well. Right, because we're trying to get the value now because it changes a lot. So try to get the value early, give you guys the plays, let you guys put them in, and laugh tomorrow when you got better value. I think they've been moving in our direction almost every single time. Tori says Breanna Stewart, and this is cool, under 9.5 first half points. It's pretty high for her. Matchup's pretty scary though. Yeah,
matchup is definitely scary. I will agree, it is still a pretty high line. They haven't really had much of a need to lean on her as far as just scoring. She's been pretty chill, just picking up a bunch of rebounding. Now with Sabrina also being out, we'll see that assist and playmaking take a little bit of a step forward. This is a little bit of a scarier matchup, though, because she's going to be having, rookie Laura. I don't even want to try and pronounce her last name. She's going to have her hands full picking her up. I don't know how that's going to go, honestly. She's been playing well, playing starter minutes. She's more of their kind of three-point threat, but we have seen some foul games out of her, and I don't know what that's going to look like for Stewie. I hate to say it, but I really like the spot for both JJ and Stewie scoring-wise overall. This should be a good one.
This is like their get back, man. Like Stewie's been so off, and I feel like today might be the day she wants to put up numbers, so be a little scary.
Yeah, they're giving up the most points inside the paint right now. I believe also fourth most second chance points, but yeah, the points in the paint are real scary right now. They're just bleeding to any kind of bigs in production, high volume shooters, which I will say Stewie hasn't been a volume shooter like she was to start the season. Team coming back and being healthy, they're passing it around, getting a little bit more usage, but her on-court matchup is going to be a juicy one today, so tread with a little bit of caution. I think Stewie also could be one that we could snap up a live play for, because for her, when she's cooking, it is in the first half. Normally her line is tipped 10.5, so it is technically on more of a discount, but haven't seen it out of her recently, so it makes sense for them to put it at that. Her live stuff, though, I think that is something to really keep in the back pocket. Her and JJ both should go to the bench fairly early if the game does blow out. Tough, man, tough. I was even on the fence about JJ, her over 12.5 points, and they, I guess maybe even thankfully, so we don't have to play it, they bumped her up to 13.5 points now. But this is going to be a spot for her. This is going to be a spot for her and Stewie.
Every over you go, oh man, I don't know if I can stomach the over now, huh? It's the opposite. I love it. D Johnson says, let's go. Let's go, bro. Yo, Mama says, new here. So, are all your picks so far those 6 that you have up here? So these are the 6 again. So people aren't understanding this, I guess, a little bit. So maybe what we should do to make it right is we should put the AT up, because those, separate them for the days, maybe, since Courtney and Gabby and Ryan, those are tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
And maybe we could even write tomorrow in there if we needed to. I don't know. Let us know, guys, and we'll change that up so it's easier for you to understand. But if you think it's fine, we'll just leave it. We'll make sure it's like that, but let us know. AO says, Kiki, do you love me? I think she does. D Johnson says, thoughts on Kiki over PR, 16.5.
Yeah, I mean, it's a reasonable spot for her. I would like to see the 3-point volume take a little bit more of a step forward. She was doing more of that outside of the last 2 games now. But they're going to be likely playing from behind, so let's be real about that. And for her, I still like to believe that she's going to play at least 28 minutes. So there was a couple cool things, though, with the rotations we saw last game. Coach did kind of stagger Julie between playing her alongside both Sykes and Rice in the first half and in the second half. So it looks like they're experimenting with that rotation a little bit here, but I think that Kiki's looked fine. I mean, her volume still kind of, we're hitting that hard cap right there at 7 to 8 actual field goal attempts. Still getting to the free throw line, but this is a tougher free throw matchup. New York does not foul a whole lot. They're, I think, bottom 4 in free throws allowed. Yeah, 4th least in free throws allowed. It is going to be a bit tougher for her to get those conversions like she has been seeing. So maybe that's a lap of luxury. We might not have this particular game. But minutes, I mean, all that stuff looks pretty solid. I feel in my gut, way down in there, that today they're going to have to bring the 3-point shooting more. I'm going to need more threes out of Kiki. I'm going to need more threes out of Mabry, which we're going to talk about here in a second, too, is another lead play. I think Kiki's fine, honestly. Her first half, too, she's been playing a hell of minutes there.
Okie dokie. Let's see what else we got. We got AT triple-double, 400 Vision says. And then Kieran says, too early for AT triple-double. And Mario says, can we roll the dice on Copper under fantasy? Now, I know Mario yesterday had a few fantasy plays. Do you remember which ones we were like? There was one that we were like, she can't get stocks or you're going to be in trouble. Do you remember which one it was? I forget.
I know we talked about Lacan fantasy as well. And that ended up staying under, and her RA too. Hopefully, if you guys got a little exposure to that. There might have been one other player, though. I don't remember. Yeah,
I think he had 2. Let us know, Mario, if you had what you had yesterday. I forget. But what do you think about Copper today?
Copper's interesting. For her, she plays way more minutes the more competitive game it is. So we do need it to blow out a little bit more there. Her field goal volume's been a little bit scary. The only thing that I'm worried about with her is just falling into a couple random stocks going up against Flage on the other side. I'm fairly confident she's going to be her defender tonight, and Flage's been having a couple games with, the 5 and the 2s. So hopefully it's the 2s and the 0s here with the turnovers. So Copper not picking up much in that aspect. But for her, I mean, we've seen the same thing. Low assists. We're talking 2 rebounds, 2 assists at best on any given night. So it's really just sweating out the stocks. But Copper's also turning the ball over too. So there is that. We've seen multiple turnovers in all but one game this season. I don't think it's a bad look, honestly. Mostly you're just sweating out her straight up points. You know, if she's going to cover her fantasy, she's going to cover her points.
Alrighty. Velvet Lulu says, Reese, foul trouble wrecked his parlay. Ugh, that sucks. Foul trouble messing up parlays. Nothing fun about that, man. That's why the unders are even better. Foul trouble, you win! Let's see. What else we got? Got here late. Need Alyssa to hit for all 6. Let's go. Oh. He's talking AT under assist. Let's get it, man. I hope so. Good luck. We got a bunch of that in today. E, how do you feel about under AT first half fantasy? C-Dot says.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's still a reasonable look. She's a little bit more random with the blocks and the steals, so that kind of is what it is if she falls into a few extra. I like it more with Fam coming off the bench. I think it gets a little bit sweatier if she moves in as a starter because she could, she's definitely going to have some potentials for blocks there. But, yeah, I mean, again, RA downside that she's been seeing, mostly you're just sweating the points straight up, I think.
This one's interesting. ZB Miami says, what do you guys think about Fam's rebound over? And we just talked about that. I really think we should write it, man. The alt if she starts.
Yeah, let's put the 4.5 up there.
Okay.
Maybe, hopefully, you were in here when we were talking about Fam just a minute ago, but just, recap on that real fast. Saw 31 minutes out of her last game. Not really sure if that was from blowout or if that's scripted from coach, but still, minutes take a huge step forward. Great matchup. Phoenix, they are giving up rebounds, and we know that, especially with AT, that low near the basket shot range that she has. Plenty of volume should be there. Max, same thing can be said for her. I like it. I just don't know if she's a starter. If she is a starter, I think we got to roll the dice on it. 6'4", you got to get some boards. Got to do it.
What's the payout for her alt?
It was a 2.7 on Prizepicks.
2.7?
Or minus 150. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll write somewhere around a 0.8. Actually, like 0.75. What's up? It bumped?
It bumped live on stream. My heart. It went from a 2.7 to a 2.5.
That's okay.
Still
you can
good.
find. Yeah, you got books too. You can find that everywhere. I'm sure you can alt that down. I bet that's on Sleeper and all kinds of spots. Actually, wasn't that the one that's on? The minus 150. Yeah, that's the one. Ooh, that's the one. So that's on 365.
It is.
Okay, so we'll write that. I mean, I know you can get it other places, but that's the one where you get the 0.75, and we have to write if she starts real quick. Let me get you the next question, and I'll finish writing it. Sean Kemp is here. What's up, man? Says, damn, I'm late again, gang. OT killing me. What plays we rocking with today? What's up, bro? We've been talking about the plays. Hopefully you've been catching them. ZB Miami says Hard Rock just upped it to 5.5. That's talking about the rebounds again. Not offering the 4 alt anymore. All right, people on that. Let's see. Man, if she starts, boy, that looks pretty easy. Alan said, yeah.
Real fast on that too. I think that is something we could wait around and see, because I mean, you look at least Underdog, for example. She's a 0.79, so this is really terrible odds. There is a good chance she could totally go down to 4.5 and just be, heavy juice on the over on most sites. But I think this is one that will go back to 4.5 sometime sooner than later.
Well, shoot, she starts and that's 4.5. That's ridiculous. Let's see. Alan says just signed up. So, what?
If she starts, her line actually might be 5.5. So keep that in mind too.
Oh, for sure. That's what I'm saying. You got to be ready. You got to have your sites lined up with that, ready to hit the button, and right when you see the news, just click. I love doing that. Anyways, Alan says just signed up. Will your picks be inside Shop app or Discord? They will be in the Discord and on the channel here, but yeah, we drop them in the Discord when we get them. Right, E?
Yep. We got them posted up in the Basketball Plays channel. And as always, we love the comments. If you guys ever have any confusions, questions, comments, throw them down below and we'll clear that up for you.
Yeah, and in the Discord too. We're in their Discord 24/7 pretty much, besides sleep. So you can always chat about what plays you like there as well. So jump in, have fun. That's what we're here to do. Just have fun, make some plays, make some money. Mario says Mabry under fantasy. I like all these unders. People, we got the under club now. I love it. Woo, feeling good about the unders. Okay, Mabry under. Woof. Her scary ass.
Yeah.
Please.
Good old Mabry, the random night-to-night performance. And there's a couple good arguments for both sides of the coin here. Let's talk about the fantasy and mostly I think just the RA aspect of it. We know what we're getting out of Mabry. She's going to shoot threes. If they're landing, we're looking at something closer to this. When they're not landing, we're looking at something closer to this. So it's pretty straightforward with her, I think. It is a road game, and we'll talk about, I think, metrics for her three-point shooting, which are a little bit scary. New York is bleeding threes right now, so that is something that she's going to do and does well. But the RA aspect and the turnover downside that we've seen from her this season, I think is a good point to kind of focus on. Now, 7.5 plus money for the over. I think, honestly, the assists for her been a little bit sketchy. Maybe it's been better as of late, but Allman being there is going to cut into a little bit of her production. But you look at the best ways to beat New York. It's not going to be inside the paint, so I think that maybe throws a wrench into Sykes. Sably's going to have a real difficult matchup here, and Rice, same thing to be said for her. So three-point shooters, mostly just Mabry, Sykes, and then their power forwards. I might not ever learn her name. Laura, we're just going to say Laura.
LJ.
Those are the only three-point shooters that they have, man. And the conversion rate's been, kind of fortunate for the last couple of games, but still, Allman back is going to cut into some extent of this. But the rebounds, same thing can be said for her. She's 3.5 again today. I think that's a fair line. It's been a struggle. But it's kind of hard to pick on her sometimes because, when she's feeling herself, she either does everything or she does nothing. But mostly, I would say you're sweating the points straight up. I do like the turnover downside, averaging almost 3 turnovers a game too, so there is that. Just fingers crossed she doesn't get any random steals, and I think it's a totally fine play. 29.5 is a good line.
All right, cool. She's always a scary one, over or under, and I don't want to go over, so yeah.
Let's talking about an over real fast. So
here we go.
I gotta do it, man.
No,
I
it's all
gotta
good.
do it.
Do it.
3-point shooters are gonna shoot, and with them likely playing from behind, they're gonna lean on Mabry a little bit more here. Best way to beat New York, they are giving up the most 3-point attempts right now over the last month, and likely just from teams kind of struggling against them, but still wing presence been a little lackluster here. The better that interior defense is, the worse the wings are. Mabry been solid from this. 67% this season. Road game's been a little bit more sketchy. I will say that I think mostly giving me the pause here, but this is a great matchup for her. Not saying she even has to make it, but we saw, the game. Thank God she stayed under in the Chicago matchup, but she had 5 attempts alone in the third quarter. So this is something she can cover in 2 quarters by herself.
So, do you want to add it to the list? Do you want to put your money where your mouth is, E?
If I wasn't worried about the game blowing out, I'd have a little bit more confidence in it. But we're going to look back at this tomorrow and be like, wow, Mabry really had 10 3-point attempts tonight. Why didn't we play this?
Well, let's play it for $5 for fun, just to make sure we remember it. I always like doing that. Kevin Thomas says, Miles first quarter 0.94x now. We should make that official like Rice rebounds. Kev Thomas says his vote is Miles first quarter is an official play. He says, write it on the list or else.
What is it? He said 0.94. Well, we compare that with anything here. It's a full payout, basically.
Yeah, but no, he said we should make it official like the Rice rebounds.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's on it, bro. He likes it that much. And then when it hits, he's gonna write us. I know he is. He's gonna be like, "Told you guys." Oh man. Yeah, I don't know about that one. You tell me. I don't play first quarter plays. That's just not my style. I'll play an under if it's somebody who's not going to be on the court but 2 minutes in the fourth quarter. That's about it. But I'm not playing those first quarter plays. But that's just my vote. You know, you guys are you two and me. That's 3 people. So it's on you, E. 1-1. What do you think?
I am down to ride. I will say we haven't posted a first quarter prop yet this season, so that would be a first.
Wow, E. Gangster. Go. Do it then. I'll be cheering for us. Yeah. Trust me, I'll be cheering for it. I'm going to play it too.
I'm down to ride.
I'm going to play it with Mabry's. They don't have first quarter points on Prizepicks, do they? We can't play it with the Mabry threes attempted.
They might have it. They should. Let's see.
They do.
4.
Oh, it's not 3.5.
Where's she?
No, I saw it. I swear. Right when it loaded up, I swear it was there. No?
Am I tripping? Do I not see Kiki?
Maybe not. Oh, I guess not. Speaking of Kiki, though, ZB Miami says, what do you think about Kiki's PRA? Over 19.5. It's a Kiki day.
I love Kiki. We like the rebounds. I mean, we are definitely leaning into that. I think the scoring is fine. New York is just really good about not giving up free throws, and that's something that Kiki's has done a lot lately, which I think kind of is padding her point stats. The assists in our aspect of it, I do like, and she's been great on defense. You know, she does come with a little bit of turnovers, but she's been getting multiple blocks and steals the last couple games now. So I do think there is a lot of positive for her fantasy. I'm just worried about her points, man. Her points are just getting to that median line where maybe she doesn't see all that free throw volume. And what does that look like? You know, does 11 points get us over, or 10, 11, 12 points? Does that carry us over? I still think it's good. This might be the last hurrah for her, but I don't mind it.
All right. D Johnson says, thanks guys. Thank you, D Johnson, for always keeping it happy around here, keeping the vibes up. So appreciate you, bro. King Capricorn says, thoughts on Satu Sabli over points?
I wouldn't mind it more just if we get news that she is a starter. If she's coming off the bench again, I mean, we really saw the minutes were all over the place for her the last couple games. It was weird with, Sabrina, coach was saying that she was going to be limited to about 20 minutes and then goes out and plays 30 minutes. And then the next game right after that, coach is like, oh, Satu's going to be limited to 20 minutes and she plays 10 minutes. So there's a wide range of outcomes that makes it a little bit more unpredictable. If I'm being honest, I'm leaning towards maybe the under, but if she's a starter, she'll probably play a lot more minutes. So go with your gut on that. Just look out for the news. I would probably chill on it for right now until we got starter news.
Mario says it was Carlton's under fantasy that he took, that we were talking about, that hit. And he said, good looks. That's what's up, man. Yeah, Carlton didn't do anything except for those couple threes at the beginning that scared us. And then I was looking at all the other props. I was like, dang it, we took the threes. She's going to go under everything else. And then she still stayed under everything else. Yay! What's up, Wet? Kieran says, anything we can cook up for today's game. Might try to parlay a few picks. Y'all's always hit mine off by 1s and 2s. I believe on them too much. Parlays are tough. Parlays are tough. Yeah, man. You gotta, if you have to play parlays, I would just suggest play 2 picks on Underdog, 3.5x, best value you can find on the fantasy sites. And, that's really the way on fantasy sites to keep your accounts up. But what do you have today? That's what we posted earlier. That's still available. That's a little freebie on Sleeper.
Yeah. We haven't really cooked up too many cards yet per se, but a couple of good options. Paired the free pick with Wimby. Courtney Williams under assist while it's still there on Sleeper. And then on Underdog, we paired up the AT under first half because we're getting better odds on that now with Howard's under threes. I still like this one. I think this is totally fine. You can pair Howard up with whoever else, AT full game as well, whoever else. We had a few other options too, right? Is Gabby on the board yet? I think she is.
This? Yeah.
Yeah. So you got Gabby assist here. That's already up for us. Fam on Prizepicks. Here we kind of throw a little PP action here off the side. So Fam, you get that 4.5 rebounds on 365 or Prizepicks. That on Prizepicks should be pretty easy to pair up. I know there was a Brunson free square available over there too. I don't know if you've used that either. Get your $5 in.
Big $5. I did it. I forget who I paired it with though.
Nice. Kiki, again, I don't mind the 4.5 rebounds if you're not able to get the value in with that, the 3.5 line. But even still, I mean, this is not the worst. Basically, alt line plus Gabby's normal 2.09. But yeah, you can get that. Kiki PRA, I don't mind that. I really thought they were going to bump this down, man. 18.5, but looks like they're going to leave it.
All right.
We didn't get that many good alts to work with on Underdog now. It looks like they kind of dried them up for today.
Okay. Well, all those games are tomorrow, so maybe they'll add some tonight.
Yeah.
All right. Kieran says, by the way, respects for actually breaking down the plays, why you picked them over that, and actually showing it. Too many people just give by number. Trust me, bro. Yeah, man. That's dope. I'm glad you like it that way because that's the only way we know how to do it. Show your work. And hopefully maybe you guys can take something from it and do your own work and get better as well doing what you're doing. So we can all benefit. Heat Enforces, howdy, gentlemen. What's up, bro? He says JJ he says JJ over 4 field goals made. You know you were talking about JJ's over. You love talking about overs. This is your only chancey when you get to talk about overs. So go right ahead. Have fun.
Yeah, a couple looks for JJ. You know, I did like the interest in her scoring upside. Her and Stewie was it 3.5? 4 field goal made?
Yeah, 4 field goal made. And then he also said, he said Copper over 20 points also.
20 points. So that's a spicy play. I will say Copper is going to have that volume. It should be a modestly close game. So we'll talk about that here in just a second. But JJ, I think the 4 field goal made is totally fine. She does get a little bit more of a free throw potential upside here, but she should, assuming she just plays her 28 to 30 minutes, should get 4 field goal attempts. The thing that I liked about JJ this season, and I don't know if you have also noticed, but her minutes have been so much better than last year. I know she was hurt and everything, but really solid minutes out of her. I mean, we've basically seen 30 minutes over the second half of May, and in a lot of games too, in a consecutive order. You know, look at last week when they had all these games in such a short run, the 24th, the 25th, the 27th, and the 29th. I mean, New York has really played their ass off this last month, and it shows, but still playing basically 30 minutes every single night. So I do like her. I think, again, with Han, you know, she is an older backup player playing just filler minutes. This is a great spot for JJ. Still pulling from 3, you know, everything kind of coming together there. But she does get to the free throw line a little bit too, so there is always that. That could be kind of a downside. Sably, thankfully, hasn't been fouling too much on the other side, but they are giving up a lot of layups. So I think it's a good look. I wish we had her 12.5 points, but 13.5 is what it is now.
No 12.5 anywhere. Not that I want to play it, but it is a good spot, and it's a good matchup. And I think those minutes are up just because New York's been struggling in general. She hasn't got to sit. They need her out there. What about Copper? Little high, huh?
It's high, but for good reason. Bookies really are not trying to mess around with her having a low line, which thankfully for us, it's worked out a little bit in our favor. We've been picking on her unders, but the biggest thing for her is just her volume. Her every day outing volume that she has on a night-to-night basis. If she goes out and she plays her regular allotment of minutes, which typically in a close game, 35, 36 minutes is what we've seen this season, bro, she is pulling. I mean, she's averaging over 16 field goal attempts this season and almost 17 now the last couple of games, but she's shooting a lot. And I think that's really just kind of what's keeping the number inflated. She should be scoring 20 points in any given night. And Falaji on the other side is not too scary. A lot of potential for free throws in this matchup. And I think the 3-point shooting still, something to work on. Saw it really nice this last game. She hit 3 threes. And thank God we were not playing the under because we were talking about it. We were talking about this.
I played it.
Yeah.
No. I played it live. I played it. Yeah. That hurt.
Played it live, I remember, but still, this is something that the bookies wised up to, and we didn't get a chance to play it, so this is something that could potentially be back on the radar. I know she's at 1.5 right now, but if she hits 3 again, they might up it back to 2.5.
Please do.
She's dangerous, man. Crazy volume from her right now. Just crazy volume.
Yeah, she is dangerous, but taking a play at over 20 points, oh my gosh. What a stressful game. And she's at 7 points at halftime. And I don't think overs are tough. 20. Oh my, that sounds terrible. Anyways, DJ says, what's up, guys? New in here. What's up, DJ? And then Alan says, meant WHOP. So I think that's when we were talking about the Discord. Yeah, we put the plays in the Discord. You sign up on the WHOP, and then you sync the Discord, and then you go to the Discord, and all the channels will show up. So that's where we put all our plays, in the Discord right when we get them. Hattori Hanzo is back. What's up, man? He says, what up, Jade Melbourne under 8.5 points. Jade has not really been scoring, has she?
No, not really. And her minutes also kind of getting pushed in more of the lower side. She was playing pretty close to 30 minutes there for a while. And the last couple games now, I know, yes, they were blowouts, but still, even in the close game, like against Washington, she only played 23 minutes, even 25 minutes the game before that. So for her, struggles kind of continue. The 3-point shot I thought was something that would develop a little bit more, but not really. Looking at mostly Heidemann taking a step forward there. For Jade, I think low-key, you and I had talked about her as well, for the 3.5 assist under. She could low-key be an easy under today, matchup wise, mostly just getting upside from the 3-point shooting, and haven't really seen her, but outside of the first game to start the year, she hasn't hit multiple threes at all this season whatsoever besides that. So tough spot. Also fouling, God forbid she pick up Copper on defense. She could see foul potential there. But she's just not doing a lot for the team right now. A decent role filler, but I think also subject to minutes on a nightly basis, just depending on her scoring outage.
Logan says, I cashed a 6 leg yesterday on PP, $2 to win 70 with the picks y'all did yesterday. What? Let's go.
Hell yeah, bro. Love to hear it.
And then he says, I see we extending the show a bit. I like it. And I wanted to tell you off of that, I got to get off here in about 3 minutes. So let's run through these if you can. Do them a little quicker. We still got like 5 or 6 here. Let's go really quick if you can. How do we feel about Heidemann over her PRA?
It's a good spot for her. I think the rebounding continues to struggle, so you are paying a bit of a tax there. But her PA potential, real solid. She is at 4.5 assists, though. I got to say that is the highest we've seen really outside of last game. I don't know how I feel about her RA, but I do like the scoring. This is a spot they're going to be likely playing from behind, too. And the volume for her looked pretty good. Last game, only 9 attempts, but I think the blowout had a lot to do with that. She is a player, though. Do keep in mind, if it does blow out, her minutes take a massive hit. She plays well under 30 minutes. If it's a close game, though, 28, 30 minutes, no problem. It's a blowout, 23, 26 minutes. Good volume, though. Good volume. Good.
How about JJ under PR?
That one's a little bit scary because we were talking about matchup wise. So Stewie is the more mobile defender. She's probably going to be picking up the 3-point shooter on the other side. My goodness, I cannot remember Laura.
LJ.
Yeah, LJ. She's going to be picking up Laura as their 3-point shooter. So that is going to leave a lot of time with JJ and Savli either at the top of the key or in the paint by themselves. I like the rebounding upside for both of them, but Stewie and supporting cast been kind of committee team rebounding. JJ, her line is high though. I will say the rebounds 8.5 is kind of high. Ooh, that one might be a sweater. Hey, you could be looking at a blowout game, and that's gonna be so free.
Whew. Okay. Karen says, how do we get Underdog or Prizepicks in Canada? I've tried a few times. Guess it doesn't work in Toronto. I have a friend in Canada where it does work. And then I heard actually today, it's interesting you bring that up. Another guy told me he's in Ontario and they have their own separate betting license or something where they don't allow Prizepicks and Underdog in Ontario. So that's might be the issue. And then we have Johannes over 3.5 assists. I know you were talking about that one earlier. You said it was tempting.
It's so tempting, bro. If it wasn't for the minutes, the minutes is the biggest thing that I just don't know if we can trust her to be out on the court. You know, this is the reason why I really wanted to take her under last game, and I wish that I did, but competitive game, only played 19 minutes. She did have 4 fouls, and I know in the second half she got into that, run of foul trouble that kind of put her on the bench. I think she also had a turnover into a foul, something stupid like that, and the coach was just kind of pissed at her. But if we were looking for a spot for assists, and especially converting those assists inside the paint, look no further. Toronto giving up the most assists in the league right now. It's a great spot, and I want to play it so bad. If I knew she was playing over 25 minutes, I would love it. If she plays even over 20 minutes, it's probably still a good spot, but you're paying for the minutes here. You are paying for the minutes.
All right. On that note, let's get the heck out of here, E. We got 78 likes today. You guys are the best. I will say it over and over. We're going to get to 100 one day soon. You guys hit the hype button for us today. You guys did everything. Oh, my goodness. Let's keep the wins going, man. Let's keep the good luck, the good vibes going today. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 plays. Let's try to go 4-0, and then we'll be back tomorrow saying 14-0. But I don't want to jinx it. Let's just, do good and keep doing what we do. So let's do it.
Absolutely. All right, y'all. We are going to cut out of here. We will be back tomorrow for streams as usual. But catch you guys in the Discord. Good luck tonight, fam. We'll catch y'all later. All right? Peace.
Just cash.
Fuck you, Prizepicks! Hate you. Fuck you, Prizepicks! Hate you. Fuck you, Prizepicks! Hate you. Fuck you, Prizepicks!
Well, I've had enough.
Fuck you, Prizepicks! All I scared, man, I had enough!